This is News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO at 7:35, and I'm Matt Martin. Dave King is out. Sitting in with me is Steve Evans, but we also have James Nesmith. He's in the studio to tell us what's going on at the Science Spectrum.
And he's not sick either.
No, he's not sick.
We
he's doing good.
sanitized it.
Hopefully I leave here not sick as well. We'll see.
we sprayed it pretty
good. It was
good.
sanitized for your protection, sir.
Good. Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. Yeah, this is a busy time of year for us. We're getting ready for lots of activities, and it doesn't seem like spring break, but spring break's really just a week away.
Yeah, it's not very far.
But as cold as it's going to be this weekend and first part of next week, it doesn't feel like we're getting there. But we are having to get ready because all those lovely children will be out of school and families will be looking for things to do, and it's a good time, and it really kicks off our busy season. Science Spectrum, we're busy year round, but we're extra busy from spring break through the end of May when all the school field trips are coming and families are looking for things to do. So there's a lot going on.
So now the first thing you've got something going on this weekend. It's a weather.
Yeah, so this is actually tomorrow, March the 2nd. It's hard to believe it's March, but it's March 2nd, is Severe Weather Awareness Day. And it's actually the 13th annual event for that. Technically, it's put on and hosted by students, the graduate students from Texas Tech that are in the Atmospheric Sciences Department. So they're really part of what's called the American Meteorological Society. So they're the student chapter, the Texas Tech student chapter of that. And they put this event on every year, and they invite lots of different community partners to come out and talk about severe weather preparedness, disaster preparedness, obviously to talk about weather science. So this event, if you come, it's a totally free event. Now, the standard Science Spectrum Museum admission still applies and Omni Theater tickets apply, but the event itself is free, and it's outside and both all throughout our lobby and another couple of rooms that you can access from the lobby. There's lots of hands-on activity stations where you can learn about weather science, and kids can come and do that. There's weather science demonstrations. There's raffles and prizes. Then there's all those other community partners. There's people from Salvation Army and Red Cross. There's actually this year going to be people even from Lubbock Animal Services talking about preparedness for your animals. How do you, when severe weather happens, what do you need to do with your pets and animals to get ready for that? The National Weather Service is there. They do a storm spotter training. So if you want to know more about providing information to them, they do severe weather safety talks. There's a good mix of science, actual hands-on weather science, and things about storm chasing. You can meet storm chasers. There's people there from Lubbock Fire Department, and there's people there from Levelland that are there with storm chasing and ambulances and fire trucks and all kinds of cool emergency response vehicles as well, in addition to all the weather science. And that's from 10 to 4 tomorrow at the Science Spectrum. We are bringing back for one day only an older movie called Tornado Alley that's all about tornado chasing. And if you remember this is the one that's got the TIV, which is the tank-like vehicle, and we actually had it several years ago when the movie was brand new. We actually got the vehicle to come to Lubbock, but the guy that produced the film used to be a part of the old Storm Chasers TV show that was on Discovery Channel, and they made that so they actually chase tornadoes, and you're following along with the IMAX camera, and then they finally actually get this TIV vehicle in the path, and a tornado hits it, and so you get to see that when it happens. But you learn a lot about how tornadoes form, why Tornado Alley is what it is. It's a really cool movie. You can see
only?
One day only.
Oh, man.
I know. Well, we've had the movie a couple of times before, so it's not brand new.
It's a great movie.
So we're bringing
I haven't seen that one.
We're bringing it back just for that day. And the
man.
cool thing about it is that actually is one that we are showing because it's not a brand new movie for just $5 a ticket instead of our normal $8 and $6.50 for kids. You can go see that movie for $5 tomorrow.
Okay. So I mean, is the weather supposed to be nice tomorrow?
The weather
then bad on Sunday.
It's
and
supposed
Monday,
to be in the middle of changing.
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to be
Get a
mid to
little chilly.
upper 40s tomorrow, and a little chilly, a little cool. Not horrible, but then it really
better than Sunday,
Yeah,
right?
Sunday and Monday is going to be bad. Yeah.
Okay. So what are y'all doing for spring break?
So that's coming around really quickly, obviously, and there's lots of different things. Our biggest thing that we have coming is we're opening up our butterfly exhibition again. If you've ever been to that and seen that, it's called Butterflies Alive, and it's an indoor greenhouse. We literally, in our exhibit hall at the Science Spectrum, have set up and built a 3,000-square-foot greenhouse. The plants are already there. The butterflies are starting to arrive. We get the majority of them in chrysalis form, and then we actually hang them in an area where you can see them emerge from the chrysalis, all these different species. One of the things that's really cool is we get butterflies from all over the world. So we don't just get native butterflies, and there's tons of amazing, beautiful native butterflies. We talk a lot about the monarch butterfly, but we get butterflies from Asia, South America, and so some of those, especially some of the really bright colored ones, are some of the ones that are people's favorite. The last couple of times we've had this exhibition, we had it 3 years ago and we had it 6 years ago. We weren't able to because to get those exotic butterflies, we have to have a permit from the USDA. They don't want invasive species that are not natives escaping into the environment, so we have to be permitted through them and go through their criteria. But we weren't actually able to open the first couple of weeks with those until our permitting came through. Well, this year, that's already all happened. Even in the middle of the government shutdown, we were able to get all that still done.
Get the permits.
That's
and
right, get that
done.
permitting done. And so we actually, on day one, we will have some of those exotic species from South America and places like that, so that'll be really cool. And there's a movie that goes along with that called Flight of the Butterflies that's all about the monarch migration and the discovery of where they go in Mexico and those millions that gather there. So that's at spring break. Plus, we've got spring break camps coming up. So if you've got kiddos anywhere from age 4 to age 12, we've got all through the weekdays, different camps. So if you're looking for something to do, you can call us or you can get on our website and check out those spring break camps. And then finally, we are opening another brand new movie at spring break called Superpowered Dogs. It's a brand new one narrated by Chris Evans, so Captain America there. And he is narrating that film, and it's all about working dogs. So it's primarily about like search and rescue dogs, but you travel all over the world and get to see these like search and rescue dogs and other working dogs that different people use all over the world. It's really cool.
Yeah, so y'all have got a lot going on.
Yep.
I haven't even started the summer yet.
No, gosh, not at all yet.
What are some things that the Science Spectrum offers that you wouldn't think about? Other you've got event spaces. Are there other things that you offer that don't make the headlines?
Sure, I think a lot of people, it's deceptive how big the facility really is, especially for a size market that Lubbock is. And so, yeah, in addition to the daily museum that we have and the Omni Theater films, the classes and camps, that is another thing that a lot of people do. We have spaces that people can rent out for their own functions. We have business meetings and weddings and showers and all kinds of functions and banquets and dinners. So we've got places for as groups, that are 15, 20 people all the way up to 400 people if you're looking for a place to hold a function as well. So that happens pretty often at around our place, and it's a good revenue source for the nonprofit organization. A lot of people don't realize that the Science Spectrum, we're actually celebrating our 30th anniversary this year, and we've been around for 30 years. It didn't start in the current location, started over there across from the mall on Slide Road, but we've been where we are now for about 26 or 7 years, and it is a local nonprofit run by a local independent group.
Yeah. All right. Well, is there anything else we need to talk about before? Because
those are the major things. Tomorrow,
yeah,
severe weather day.
Tomorrow's the big day. Yeah, right now we get ready. Severe weather day. If your family doesn't have a plan, go there. Figure out how to make a plan. Other than that, there's just some really cool stuff going on that you can see and be a part of. Go by tomorrow for severe weather day and be ready for spring break.
Tornado Alley movie.
Man,
it really is good.
I'll tell you, my kids. Well, of course, I have a lot of girls, but they just love butterflies. So definitely be going to that exhibit.
We look forward to it. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, James. This is News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO. We'll be right back.